Yo, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys had a fantastic new year. I'm recording this the day before, so New Year's Eve. This video will be going up, of course, on New Year's. Let me know down in the comment section below how your guys' New Year went. I just wanted to talk about, give myself a little recap, like maybe something to look back on, in the coming future. I think that I need to make this video not only to talk about what my plans are for 2026, but also remnants on the times that I did have in 2025. There was a lot of bad, but there's also some very good things that happened this year. And I just wanted to go ahead and, talk about that with you guys. Starting off in January of 2025, I experienced probably one of the most scariest moments of my entire life. I had gotten into a rollover car crash that I'm gonna be honest with you guys, idiotically was speeding, and I lost control of the car. And of course, I was driving a 2002 car. It was really old. It probably shouldn't have even been going that fast anyway. But in life you are always prone to make mistakes, and that's what shapes you to be the person that you are in the future. I couldn't have asked for it to go any other way. I think that if I hadn't had crashed, I think I would have been a totally different person. And I think that could be said for a lot of situations that you guys were in. Maybe you guys did something that you terribly regretted and it was a terrible choice. But what shapes us, those mistakes is what shapes you the most into the person that you are. The way that you use it to learn for the future, and eventually it will help you in the future when you decide, hey, let's not go 80 miles an hour down a country road when it's supposed to be a 55 zone. A bunch of different scenarios that you would then know not to do in the future. And I think that's my biggest takeaway from 2025 is that it's okay to make mistakes. It's what you do after it that really decides who you truly are. You can't blame yourself for making a mistake. You just, moving forward, you don't make the same mistake again. That's what life is. You're prone to make mistakes, but it's about what you learn from it, right? And I think that's what I learned from 2025 that I didn't know in 2024, is that when I would make a mistake, I hated myself for it. I would call myself a bad person. And I think that going into 2025, that's what I learned, is that you don't hate yourself for making mistakes. You just don't make the same one again. You know that going into, a bunch of different things, that's the biggest thing that you have. That's life, and it's about what you learn from it. And I think that luckily I learned early on in 2025. I think right after that car crash, it did shape me to be a better person. And along the way I lost a bunch of friends that I had thought were my friends. And I think that is also something that I learned in 2025, is that people aren't going to be the same. As you grow up, people are going to drift away from you. And that's okay. It's not their fault, and it's not your fault either. And, going into February, that was really like, how do I word it correctly? I think going into 2025 in February, I think that was really just me recovering on what I had chosen to do on that day, on January. And I think that entire month I had sat in my bed reminiscing on what I could have done to change it. Wasted time, I spent hating myself and really just shying away from friends and everything else of it. I had nothing to lose. I had felt like I was at the rock bottom. And going into March, that's when I started my content journey on YouTube, which then skyrocketed and blew up. I had done 2 streams before the one that had gotten over 100 views, which was my summons for a character in this game called Dragon Ball Legends that really blew up. And then from there, I started streaming every day. Then going from 3 days after that had started, I then hit 700 subs on YouTube. And going into the next month in April, it went even further. I ended up hitting a new personal best on views. I got 1.7 thousand views on YouTube. And then I ended up hitting 800 subs. And going into the next month after that, which was February, March, April, going into May, I was just shying of 950 subs. Then, going into June, I hit 1,000. And it just started skyrocketing from there. I've been hold, like 5 months before that, before June, I had just gotten into a car crash within the first month of 2025. And then, in June, I'm hitting a peak of my entire life. I'm hitting one of the happiest moments ever and one of the worst. I honestly don't know how to feel about 2025, just for the fact that, I went through probably one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had, and I'm also one of the happiest. That's why I don't really know how to feel about 2025, because it's given me the biggest experiences of my entire life. I think that 2025 I'll never forget. Mostly good, but some bad too. I think that this is probably going to be one of the most impactful years of my entire life. I don't think it could get any worse than this. I don't think it could get any better than this either. And, you follow it up all the way till, September. I'm then going to college for my my first semester, and that went really well. I now then go a couple months later, I'm still doing YouTube, I'm still in college, and I'm passing my classes, something that didn't happen in high school. I struggled in high school a lot, and and now we're here. Now we're at the final day of December, and I've passed all my classes for that semester, and my YouTube channel couldn't be any more successful. I have a girlfriend now, which is great. It really feels like my life really is starting to move forward in a way that I couldn't describe. I've never felt this way before. And I think that going forward, I think it's going to go in a new chapter in my life. A life that I never thought I would have, but Jesus, do I need it. And I think that 2025 was really just God setting me up to be who I need to be. God wanted me to go through that car crash for me to learn. And God also wanted me to do YouTube. Because if that wasn't a slap in the face, that's like, hey, your YouTube thing could really shine. And, that day that it had been my first stream that popped off, I heard an audible voice in my head that said, and I quote unquote this, I literally heard an audible voice that said that this is what you're meant to do. To be an entertainer. And, I think I realize that now. And for that reason, I also have learned to move on from that car crash and not beat myself up about it. And that's something that, goals that I want to reach in 2026. I want to be able to reach 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. I also want to be able to be a better person in terms of not hating myself. I want to be a better person to me. I also want to be able to put myself out there, to be more confident, to love myself, and also try not to go into deep thoughts on the past, to not be stuck in it, to be able to move forward with the life that I have now. And you know, that's what I hope for 2026. What I hope it will bring me. Just a better me. I think that anybody who watches this video will know that that's probably something everybody wishes, right? To not be stuck in a loop 24/7. To be able to move forward and get a step closer to the person that you want to be. You don't want to be spending years at the same point, never moving forward. That's what I want out of 2026. That being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. That being said, I'll see you guys next year. Peace out.